Good afternoon and welcome to the Regional Sports Center here in Rochester, Minnesota. The time has come, the national championship match between the Harper College Hawks and the Ridgewater College Warriors. These are the two teams that expected to be in this spot. Harper, the number one overall seed, ranked number one for most of the season, comes in with a record of 42-1 on the season. As for Ridgewater, the Warriors, the 2 seed, 26-5 on the year, and ready to take on Harper, who you see on your screen out there warming up. And Aaron, how did we get here today?
Yeah, for the number one Harper College, you had them all day yesterday. Had a 3-0 victory against Queensboro. Really dominated that game. Queensboro came away with a 7th place game today. And then a 3-1 victory against the team Central Lakes you just saw fall to Eastfield in that 3rd place game. As far as the Ridgewater Warriors, they defeated Jefferson 3-0 in that first round, really dominated Jefferson. And 3-2 last night, they beat that Eastfield team you just saw in a 5-set thriller. They took the first 2 sets from Eastfield. Eastfield stormed back and about a 15-11 score, I believe that's what that last one was, in that 4th match yesterday.
So we'll have the action for you here. We'll take a quick break, but we'll come back and have a full preview of this national championship match for you here on NJCAA TV.
The NJCAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite NJCAA sports on the all-new NJCAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
Welcome back as Harper College continues to get warmed up. We're about 3 minutes away from the opening serve here between Harper College and Ridgewater College. Again, Harper with a 42-1 record on the season, looking every bit the number one overall seed that they were coming into this tournament yesterday as they rolled through the competition, dropping a set to Central Lakes but sweeping Queensboro. So the Harper Hawks looking to take home a national championship crown. But Ridgewater stands in their way. The Warriors, 26-5 in the season, coming out of the MCAC Southern Division, which had defending national champion RCTC, the host site here, Rochester Community and Technical College, who was a very solid team this year, along with Minnesota State Fergus Falls, who was also good competition for Ridgewater. The last 3 national champions have come out of these 2 districts, District E and District B, which is where Harper represents District E for Ridgewater. So as we head into this matchup, Aaron, who are some players for us to look out for here this afternoon?
Well, for sure for Ridgewater, they got a couple hitters on the front. Number 2, Haley Lighting. She's got an explosive vertical. She's the leading attacker for the Ridgewater Warriors. 261 kills so far this year. Kills per set, 2.58. Another one that really came onto the scene for me, at least, number 10, Ashley Froelich. She's that left-handed hitter on the right side. They do a lot of quick setting to her, and she had a great game against Eastfield.
Yeah, Harper College actually has kind of a mirror image there. Ellie Burzloff, their leading attacker, 394 kills in the season. Also a left-handed outside hitter. Catherine Novi and Sarah Udoni attack kind of from all over the place. Novi earned a lot of kills in the middle in that semifinal win against Central Lakes. And almost everything will be set up by Caitlin Summers, number 15 for Harper. Over 1,200 assists on the season. So no shortage of hitters for Harper College or Ridgewater for that matter. So for these two teams, defense might end up being the difference maker when it's all said and done.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing that Harper College does have over Ridgewater right now, I'm looking at the overall record. Harper 42-1, Ridgewater 26-5. Harper's played about 12 or 13 more games than Ridgewater this year. Maybe that's what happens in Illinois, who knows. But going into it, it seems like this is going to be a pretty balanced attack for either side and a pretty balanced matchup. And Ridgewater brought a lot of fans here. You're starting to hear them. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, Ridgewater definitely has the advantage in terms of the home crowd feeling, even though we are a good 3.5-hour drive from Wilmer, Minnesota, which is where the Ridgewater Warriors are from. Good amount of Harper Hawks fans, though, did make the drive up from Paladin, Illinois. And we'll go down to our PA announcer for the starting lineups.
Volleyball enthusiasts, this is what we have been playing for, the championship match of the 2016 NJCAA Division III National Volleyball Championship. Congratulations to these two teams. Both have played great so far to get here, and we are anticipating an exciting championship matchup. On the east end of the court are the Hawks from Harper College in Palatine, Illinois. In numerical order, they are number 1, Hannah Moore. Number 2, Ariana Cellini. Number 3, Emily Kuprich. Number 4, Kayla Meyer. Number 5, Gianna Carasillo. Number 6, Leslie Salgado. Number 7, Ellie Burslack. Number 8, Marielle Lugo. Number 9, Lindsay Allen. Number 10, Alex Pandey. Number 11, Ella Rowland. Number 12, Catherine Novi. Number 14, Sarah Udoni. Number 15, Caitlin Summers. And number 16, Annie Bolinski. The Hawks are coached by Bob Gilsaway. Assisted by Jeannie Burns, Kathy Lamella, and Kelly Summers. The athletic director is Doug Spiewak. Harper will be the home team on the scoreboard. On the west end of the court are the Warriors from Ridgewater College. Number 1 is Bailey Kubesh. Number 2, Haley Knighting. Number 3, Jamie Goldrich. Number 4, Caitlin Howe. Number 5, Sadie Pingle. Number 6, Natalie Newman. Number 7, Ellie Riestock. Number 10, Ashley Fraley. Number 11, Natalie Fieldhead. Number 12, Kiana Johnson. Number 13, Lexi Scoveland. Number 14, Ashley Gillespie. Number 15, Callie Anderson. Number 16, Kara Jacobson. The Warriors are coached by Joe Susagu. Also here today is athletic trainer Miranda Swanson. Ridgewater will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Now please stand on this Veterans Day weekend honor veterans past and present with the singing of our national anthem by Marissa Hanson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And with that, we are about ready to get underway here as Joe Susenguth and Bob Vilsoet exchange pleasantries down on the court.
Line judges are Casey Kirkland,
And our line judges get announced.
Eric Hunter, and Shar Robinette. And the bench officials are Bridget Linder, Kathy Steinman, and Marge Reif. Now let's play National Championship Volleyball.
And we are ready to go. Ridgewater, Harper, the matchup we expected, just about to get underway. Harper will be on the left side of your screen in their navy blues. Ridgewater on the right side of your screen in the black uniforms with red trim. Something to point out for Ridgewater, Ashley Vielicek, one of their leading attackers in the season, out for this national tournament. They were able to advance yesterday without her, but Vielicek, one of the leading hitters on the team all season long. We saw her here when they played RCTC at home. And so a dangerous hitter, not there for Ridgewater. That might affect their depth.
Yeah, absolutely. Vielicek has the highest kills per set at 2.59, but Haley Lighting just below that. That's 2.58. I didn't notice any gaps in Ridgewater's play yesterday. We'll see what happens today.
Well, that's the thing about having a balanced attack, especially a team like Ridgewater, is as much as you might miss a big hitter like Vielicek, at least you've got 4 or 5 more that you can trot out there and continue to keep the attack looking like it normally does.
And absolutely, that's what one thing Ridgewater is going to do. They're going to Bailey Kubash, the leading setter and the only setter for the most part for the Warriors. She's going to spread the ball around all over the place. She's fun to watch.
Caitlin Summers will try and do the same thing on the other side for Harper, and it will be Summers who gets the opening serve of this national championship match here at the Division III level of the NJCAA. And Summers knocks it into play. Ridgewater able to handle it. It's Kubash tipping it over instead of setting it. How about that?
A beautiful play from Kubash. She did that a couple times in the semifinal, not at all in the quarterfinal. Maybe she was just waiting to showcase it now.
And Kubash on the serve goes out of bounds. Service errors have been kind of a theme all weekend for all of these teams. And so Ridgewater starting off with an error as Ariana Cellini will now serve for Harper. Cellini with a very difficult jump serve. She rattled off 10 points in a row in the quarterfinal win against Queensboro. And there's a big block. Both Sarah Udoni and Ellie Burzloff combining to get the point for Harper College.
Yeah, that was Ashley Froelich on the attack, and she's one of their go-tos for the Warriors.
Cellini on the jump serve, dug out by Kiana Johnson, and now it's Johnson on the attack, blocked again. This time it was Marielle Lugo denying the spike. Harper leads 3-1.
Yeah, we've seen the theme of the tournament, not only miss serves, it's getting out to a great start early in games.
So Cellini again, that difficult jump serve, dug out by Ridgewater, tipped across by Kubash. And now Meyer on the back bump, and she knew it as soon as she hit it. Called for the lift.
Yeah, absolutely. She was very close to the net as well.
Side out to Ridgewater. Lexi Skoglund checks in to come in and serve, down 3-2 here in this first set. Skoglund jump serve from the left side, keeps it in bounds. That's an ace for Ridgewater. So they've traded one service error for an ace. It's been an adventure when they've been able to serve.
Now, one thing to note, if you can't see, there's 4 line judges in this game. Each line judge has a single line.
They are going to get the calls right today, or at least they should, as Summers pops that one up for Udoni, attacking in the middle and keeping it in bounds for the kill.
A great approach. A great approach from Summers.
Sarah Udoni had a total of 11 kills in the 2 matches yesterday as Harper advanced. Serving is Kayla Meyer. Ridgewater works it to Froelich, who tips it over the blockers and gets the point for Ridgewater.
Sometimes all you need to get a little momentum, get a little energy is a tip play like that. And Froelich did a great job of reading what she had and what she had to do.
Jamie Goblish, the libero for Ridgewater, will serve. Dug out by Cellini, and now Summers looking for Ellie Burzloff. Drops that big left hand, and then Froelich can't respond on the other end.
Yes, that was a big left hand. I believe that's an understatement. That was a massive swing.
That is the sweet spot for Ellie Burzloff, who's back to serve now. Likes to attack on that right side with the left hand. Froelich now tries to use her left hand to backhand one across, but the Harper defense was there.
Harper defense was called in the net, though, so the point will go to Ridgewater.
Yeah, call was on Catherine Novi. We'll see plenty of her in this match as well. Number 12 for Harper College. Summers with the bump set, and Lugo goes wide left. Point Ridgewater, they have their first lead. Stand corrected, they led 1-0. But since then, Harper's had the lead. Now it's Ridgewater leading 6-5. Novi gets the feed from Summers and hammers it home.
A tie ball game early in the first set, but you can tell the general excitement from the crowd. You said that Harper traveled well. Ridgewater obviously traveled well. There's a lot of excitement in this building.
It is packed on that Ridgewater side of the floor. Even some standing room only up on top of the bleachers as the spike comes in from Haley Lighting and stays in bounds.
Now, one thing that Lighting will do, they may try to utilize is that quick back set from Kubesh. That time on the outside was Lighting. She is electric when she gets rolling.
Lighting, a sophomore out of Tremont, Minnesota, as Caitlin Haug comes in to serve. With Ridgewater leading by a point, make it 2 as Novi way off the mark on that spike.
It looked like she was trying to pound that left side of the line, but just misfired.
So Haug on the serve into the net, the second service error of this set for Ridgewater. In comes Emily Hupprich to serve for the Harper Hawks. They are deep and they will use their bench, which may come into play if this match goes the distance. Big spike there by number 12, Kiana Johnson. And so Ridgewater already with 4 players who have recorded a kill.
And just as we said before, they're going to spread that out, especially with Valetsek not in this game.
Lighting on the serve. Tough dig for Hannah Moore, but she does get it across. Battle at the net. Kubesh gets it across for Ridgewater. Now Kubesh blocking Cellini. Cellini gets another chance. Blocked again! Bailey Kubesh is there twice.
Holy cow, you don't see that a lot from the center position, but 2 times in a row, great play from Kubesh.
Kubesh, no typical setter. She stands at 5'9", not afraid of those battles at the net, as Caitlin Summers uses a perfect time for that fake set, getting the point for Harper College.
Yeah, the key to doing that fake set and tipping it over is not doing it too often, and Ridgewater was not ready that time.
Summers kept her poker face. Now she serves and hits one into the net. Harper College, if they had an Achilles heel yesterday, it's that they were very aggressive behind the service line. They were able to rattle off a number of aces, but not without trading a few service errors, and that's their first one of this afternoon. Summers back for Cellini, trying to cut it down the line. It goes out of bounds, but last touch was by Ridgewater.
Yeah, Haug made the effort, made the decision to dive for that ball. It looked like it may have been sailing out, but that's tough to call when it's coming that hard.
11-9, Ridgewater leading. Cellini on the jump serve, dug out by Johnson. And now Johnson punching with the right hand. Got denied by a couple of Harper Hawks. Lugo, left side, hammers one in.
A big swing. Big swing from Lugo. Looked like Hauge couldn't tell if she was letting that one go or if she just couldn't get to it. That was a big swing.
11-10. Harper can tie it up here. Kubesh up high and tipped across by Froelich. And Harper able to keep it in play. Now Kubesh looking middle, and Callie Anderson got blocked. Ridgewater kept it alive. Summers back for Burzloff, and that stays alive. Diving save by Kubesh. Now Froelich, flat-footed, gets it across with the left hand, punched across by Lugo. Ridgewater keeps it alive. Kubesh saves it. Summers able to keep it in play, and now a block off the Lugo spike. That was Froelich and Anderson combining to send it back to Harper's side.
That is a huge momentum play, a long rally, and a big, big emotional play from Froelich.
12-10, Ridgewater leading. Sam Susenguth, the head coach for Ridgewater, doesn't leave his seat often. One of the coolest customers you'll ever see in that head coaching role, as that shot goes out of bounds by Sarah Udoni. Just got a little too much on that spike. Well, and now Susenguth heads out to center court to talk to his girls. Not sure if there's an injury out there, as Ashley Froelich is getting the talking to right now, and it simply appears to be about her well-being.
Of course, as soon as right after you say that, Susenguth never leaves his seat.
Right.
Walks all the way onto the floor. Something you don't ever see.
I mean, commentator jinx has come in many shapes and forms. So there's one as Burzloff knocks one across. And Goblish has to send it back over for Ridgewater. Now Lugo on the attack from the left side. Dug out by Skoglund. Kubesh the back set for Froelich, and she is blocked. Novi and Lugo there to deny Froelich.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. That was a big swing from Froelich. Came over the net. It was going down, but a huge block.
Harper trails 13-11 here in this first set. Libero Kayla Meyer will serve. Dug out by her opposite libero, Goblish. And now Lugo pops that one up high. Summers able to set it to Novi wide right. So Novi missed one to the left. Now she missed one to the right, attacking from the middle.
You see that from the middle a lot because there's always a block in front of you, so you got to pick either side.
Goblish on the serve. Cellini pops it up to Meyer, and now Lugo cutting one down the line and getting the kill.
Yeah, that was a surprising hit, I think, for us and for the defense. She was at the 10-foot line and got a lot on that swing.
Ariel Lugo only had 5 kills total in the 2 matches yesterday. She's got 2 already here in this first set. Kubesh up high for Haug, hammering it down. Meyer there for the save. And Lugo will have to hit it across from mid-range. Now Kubesh up for Haug again, going back row and going too far.
Yeah, it looked like Haug didn't hit that ball high enough, so it sailed long.
So Burzloff back trying to tie this first set up at 14 apiece. Big spike there from Lighting. What a save by Cellini. Harper fights on. Goblish looking for Froelich with that left hand, cutting it across, but just out of bounds.
That was a beautiful swing. If she could have gotten that to fall, that was incredible.
Just not quite on top of it enough, and we're tied up at 14. That one sent back. Lugo sends it down. Make it 3 kills for Marielle Lugo.
You can feel the momentum shifting.
Harper does now have the 1-point lead at 15-14. Kubesh has to set one back for Lighting. 2 Hawks almost run into each other. Now Lugo spikes one down the line. Goblish back for Haug, and that'll be wide right. Haug got in a tough position and had to cut it across the net and couldn't keep it in play. Harper scored 4 in a row. Lugo nearly makes it 5 there. Haug sends it back. Now Cellini up high. Summers to Novi, who gets denied. Lugo bumping ahead to Summers. Play at the net. Lands on Ridgewater's side. They keep it alive. Kubesh bumping it over. And now Summers for Novi. That one will fall. Novi right in front of our GoPro camera, knocking that spike down, and Joe Susenguth is going to call a timeout. It's 17-14 in favor of Harper College. You're watching the national championship match here on NJCAA TV. Back to the action, and fans, you can follow all the action of the 2016 NJCAA Division III Volleyball National Championship live on NJCAA TV. Just go to www.njcaatv.com to view live and archive video of each match. Relive all the exciting plays and great memories of this year's tournament by visiting www.njcaatv.com. And Ridgewater gets a much-needed side out there. Ashley Froelich got the kill. And it'll be a side out back to the Warriors, who trail by 2 after a 5-0 run by Harper College. Serving is Sadie Pingle. And now it's Lugo attacking from the right. Marielle Lugo has 4 kills. She had 5 all day yesterday, but she has had the hot hand as she heads to the bench.
Yeah, we've seen Lugo on the left side and the outside, but because they were on the serve receive, she had to stay one on the right.
And she gets kudos from her head coach, Bob Vilsoet, after checking out. An 18-15 lead for Harper College as Haley Lighting has an answer.
That was a great connection from Kubesh and Lighting.
18-16. This one has been back and forth. Everything we expected already in the first set. Moore passes it ahead. Summers to Novi, and Novi's blocked by Haley Lighting.
Great play from Lighting. A couple plays in a row, she's made plays.
Lighting starting to heat up as Moore picks up that serve, and now Novi attacking from the right side. Novi answers with her 3rd kill of this set.
Yeah, that was very big for Harper. Start to feel the momentum shifting a little bit towards Ridgewater. Big for Harper.
So the Hawks with a 2-point lead late in this first set. Howe digs that one out. Kubesh back for Lighting, and what a save by Emily Huprich just to keep that one in play. Summers got it across with the bump, and now cut across by Johnson. Cellini flat-footed, dug out by Goblish. And now Johnson bumps one over. Summers looking back row. Haug was there. Johnson again, dug up by Cellini. Big hammer from Haley Lighting off the Cellini bump.
That swing from Lighting, we've talked about, that's your favorite swing as an offensive attacker coming across from the defensive side. Brought the crowd on their feet from Ridgewater.
Ridgewater with a chance to tie it after trailing by 3, and now Lighting with a service error.
We talked about that kills runs, that kills momentum.
The 3rd service error by Ridgewater in this first set. As Kubesh puts one up high. Johnson down hard but out of bounds. Point Harper, they've got the momentum back at 21-18. It can shift so quickly. And now Joe Susenguth calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here, but Aaron, what does Ridgewater need to do to get over this hump?
Ridgewater, their passing has been pretty good, but their defense, they're really allowing Harper to kind of do what they want, putting the ball where they want. They need to cover just a little bit better and get their hits down. Lighting, when she came to the front row, she did a great job of finding those open holes, but now she's in the back row, so someone else is going to have to step up for the Warriors.
Yeah, Lighting has been the spark as Ridgewater has tried to at least hang around. It feels like Harper had a larger lead than they did, but they've just been able to kind of keep this 1 to 3 point advantage over Ridgewater for the last several points now.
Yeah, it's gone, like you said, it's gone back and forth, but ultimately they've kept that lead, and Ridgewater is going to have to do something, change something or fix something to get over that hump here in this all-important game one, because this sets the tone. This set one sets the tone for the rest of the match.
Ridgewater has used up both their timeouts for this set. Harper still has both of theirs, although I'm sure they're hoping that they don't even need to use those, as Caitlin Summers goes back to serve with a 21-18 lead. Trying to go up 1-0 in this national championship match, as Summers, the jump serve, dug out by Goblish. And now spike on the right by Callie Anderson. Harper is there for the dig. Cellini play at the net, pumps it right back up. And now Burzloff tips it across, and she's saying that one was inbounds. The back judge disagrees with her. Bob Vilsoet is off his seat saying, how'd you guys get that one wrong?
That's why they have 4 line judges. You got line judge looking right down that line.
And tough to see from up here, but the way Burzloff reacted, generally they get those calls right, but another service error for Ridgewater in a very bad spot.
Yeah, there's really no great time for a service error, but that was definitely not a great time.
22-19. Harper College gets it back. Cellini, their most dangerous server, gets dug out by Jamie Goblish. And now Froelich thought she had a kill for a moment. Instead, it's Lugo sending one back for Harper. And now Summers trying to feed Burzloff, cutting it across with that left hand. Burzloff's first kill comes in a big spot.
Wow, that was a wide set. I did not think that Burzloff had an angle, but because she is left-handed, she was able to punch it over.
The southpaw gets it done. Harper leads by 4, and the block goes out of bounds off the hands of Sarah Udoni and Marielle Lugo. So Ridgewater needs a few consecutive points here. They're down 23-20. They cannot afford a service error as Lexi Skoglund goes back, does indeed get it across. Cellini there for the dig, and a lift gets called on Caitlin Summers. A break for Ridgewater.
Yeah, that ball in Summers' hands seemed to come a little low. It was in her hands a long time. That was a pretty easy call for the referee.
23-21 in favor of Harper. Ridgewater scored the last 2. Diving save again by Cellini, and now Udoni dug out by Goblish. That was a tough dig. Meyer keeps that one from going out of bounds, and now Burzloff dug out by Skoglund. Tipped across by Froelich, but out of bounds. She tried to make a safe play, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Yeah, that was a tough angle for her. She was almost at the 10-foot line. Didn't quite have an angle, but now it's game point for Harper.
And the Hawks fans can feel it as Kayla Meyer goes back to serve, leading 24-21. Kubesh up high for Haug from mid-range, dug up by Cellini. Now Summers for Lugo, and Lugo has been the star of this first set, recording 5 kills and giving Harper a 25-21 victory in set number 1.
Holy cow, you said it, Lugo, 4 kills the entire match. 5 kills just yesterday in 2 matches, 5 kills now in set number 1. Wow.
So Lugo leading the way for Harper as they take a 1-0 advantage in this match. We'll take a break. You're watching the national championship match here at the NJCAA National Volleyball Championship Tournament on NJCAA TV. Welcome back as we get ready for set number 2 of our national championship match here between Ridgewater and Harper. It was the Hawks who took a 25-21 victory in set number 1, led by Marielle Lugo with 5 kills.
Yeah, Lugo really came out of nowhere, but she's had a ton of energy, been the spark plug, been the catalyst for this Harper offense.
Very efficient, and she'll start this second set on the bench, but Harper's got plenty of other weapons to go around too. We didn't see much from Ellie Burzloff in that first set. She only had 1 kill, but again, she led the team for most of the season. And so I would expect to see her wake up, attacking from that right side with the left hand. Jamie Goblish will serve for Ridgewater, trying to even up this match at 1 apiece. It'll start here as Goblish sends it across. She gets dug out by Meyer. And now Cellini tips it over, popped back up into the air by Lighting. Froelich with the left hand sneaks it over. Meyer able to dig it out, but Harper can't keep it in bounds. First point goes to Ridgewater.
Yeah, we've reiterated over and over and over again about how great and how important a great start is.
And so Goblish on the serve, and Harper can't handle it. A mistake there by the Hawks.
Yeah, it looked like the libero Mayer was there, and number 1, Hannah Moore, kind of ran into her lane.
This time Moore on the dig. Cellini attacking from the left side. Kubesh able to dig that out. Now Froelich with the left hand, hammers one down.
Yeah, Froelich, if she can start to get going, she was kind of dormant in that first set, being blocked a couple times. She can get rolling. That's good news for the Warriors.
She got a couple kills early. She's up to 3 in the match as that one's tipped across by Udoni. And now Froelich cutting one down the line, but that one will be out of bounds. So you're right, Aaron. They want to get her going.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very evident. Trying to feed the machine, as some people say, especially if she's producing.
Harper has their first point of this set. Make it 2 as Caitlin Summers gets the ace. They trail 3-2. A tough serve there from Summers. Skoglund tapping her chest as if to say, my bad. This time, Haug is the one who can't handle it. 2 in a row for Caitlin Summers.
Back-to-back aces. That's something you don't see very often. And you said Harper likes to serve aggressively and gets a lot of those aces.
This time, Haug able to dig it out. And now Lighting on the spike, but not before Ridgewater gets called for a lift. 4 straight points for Harper College, and just like that, they've got a 4-3 lead. Summers, another powerful serve. Skoglund there for the dig. And now Haug from the left side, denied by Udoni.
That set from Kubesh was so high out to Haug. The defense was able to set up perfectly exactly where they wanted. There was nowhere for Haug to go.
Now Summers trying to stay hot behind the line. She's working quickly as Froelich hammers one down. Bumped up by Meyer. And now it's Burzloff with the spike. Goblish there for the dig. Summers digs out the Kubesh attempt, and now Burzloff with the left hand, dug out by Skoglund. Froelich hammering one. Summers popping it up. Now Moore gets it over to Meyer. Goblish, the bump set to Haug on the left side, getting it over the blockers, and Udoni made a stab at it but couldn't keep it alive.
That was a long point going back and forth. One of the longest we've seen. Great point all around.
Side out back to Ridgewater. They trail 5-4 after Harper put up 5 in a row. Serving is Sadie Pingle. Moore there for the dig, and now Meyer from mid-range, right into the waiting arms of Haley Lighting and Bailey Kubesh.
A lot of times, especially if it's a non-attacker from the back row, you don't see a lot of blockers go up, but that time 2 Warriors did, and it paid off.
And both of them timed it perfectly as we're tied at 5. Summers up, and Burzloff tapping one across. Lighting tried to repeat what she had just did. Didn't work out so well that time.
Yeah, those are one of those times, especially if you know a kill is not coming down. Sometimes you want to hold off on jumping. That way a block or a tip like that doesn't happen.
6-5, Harper has the lead as Cellini puts in a serve and it goes out of bounds. So tied back up at 6 as Cellini's serve is just a little bit too strong. She puts a lot of topspin on it, but that time couldn't keep it in play. Haug dug out by Cellini, and now Udoni gets blocked.
Those are always fun blocks to see, especially with so much power going into those hands. gets sent all the way back to the back line, and it remains in.
Johnson and Leading combining for the block there for Ridgewater as they take a 7-6 lead. The defense heating up here for Ridgewater. Johnson up high, Kubesh has to bump it across. Now Summers looking for Burzloff on the right side. Goblish there again for the dig. And Johnson gets the kill. Kiana Johnson attacking from the left side.
Yeah, a little bit of change of pace. It wasn't the fastball, brought the changeup. It was enough to blow it by.
Caitlin Haug serving for the Warriors with an 8-6 lead. Summers bumps one up for Burzloff, and she's blocked again. That's 3 points off virtue of the block from the Ridgewater defense.
And this is something we did not see in the first set. When Ridgewater was playing well, they had good net presence, and that's what's happening right now.
Ridgewater doing a much better job of anticipating, and it's throwing off the Harper attack. And I think Bob Bilsoet is going to call a timeout. He does. Ridgewater has a 10-6 lead here in set number 2. You're watching the National Championship Volleyball match here on NJCAA TV.
Fans, Tachi Kara is proud to be the official volleyball of the NJCAA and has generously provided all balls for NJCAA National Championship play for over 30 years. Tachi Kara, we've got the ball, you bring the game.
Well, Ridgewater has been bringing their game here in this second set as they have a 10-6 lead, and Aaron, it's really come down to their defense getting set up and blocking the attacks of Harper College.
Yeah, Harper, it seems like they've been out of system, out of rhythm a little bit, but yeah, like you said, it's been, the important thing is Ridgewater's net presence, both on offense and on defense.
Haug puts it in play, Meyer there for the dig, and now Burzloff does get one by the blockers that time, but she was in the net. She pulled her hands back as if she was guilty, and I'm not sure they would have made the call had it not been for Burzloff's reaction.
And that was a very close ball to the top of the tape. It's hard to tell if the ball or the hand actually hit it.
11-6 in favor of Ridgewater. They've got 5 in a row. Burzloff cutting one down the line again, and again it's out of bounds.
But it's no secret that that's where they want to go. They want to get Burzloff into rhythm, like you said at the beginning of the set.
Still sitting on only one kill as Summers feeding Udoni this time, blocked again by Lighting, who's having a fantastic second set. Kubesh up for Johnson, tapping it across. Cellini there for the dig. And now Burzloff going into the defense. Kubesh there for the dig. Johnson left side, gets one across, but last touch by Harper.
This is a much different feel than set number 1.
Ridgewater has rattled off 7 points in a row, and Harper showing frustration for the first time all weekend. Haug gets ready to serve it away. Cellini there for the dig. A nice pass up ahead to Summers, and it's Burzloff again getting it into the block, but Ridgewater able to keep it alive. Now Johnson cutting it across, out of bounds, and the run ends for Ridgewater, but some damage has been done.
A very important run for Ridgewater, down 1-0, and that's a very important side out for Harper.
Ridgewater fans acknowledging that big run. Now they got to hang on to this lead. Up 13-7, but down 1-0 in the match as Johnson drops the hammer. Harper able to dig it out. And now Kubesh back to Johnson again, going back row. Cellini is there. Meyer up ahead. Lugo has to bump it over. And Pingle passes ahead to Kubesh. And Lighting simply whiffed on that one.
Now, one thing I've noticed with Lighting, when it's a set and it's a short set, there's not a lot of time to react. That's when she's at her best. But when the set goes high, just like that did from Kubesh, it's really hard to read.
And it seems longer than the actual time continuum when you're waiting for that set to come down. as another service error made by Harper will lead to a side out for Ridgewater College. They lead 14-8 here in set number 2. Haley Lighting will serve for the Warriors. Meyer there for the dig. And now Burzloff into the block again. The blockers have had her number, but it's Catherine Novy getting the kill off the rebound in the middle.
Yeah, normally you don't see a second attack like that, or a second contact attack. The defense was ready, but just a little late on the net.
Burzloff will serve with a 14-9 deficit. Ridgewater somehow keeps that one in play and gets it across. And now Lugo from the left side, denied by Callie Anderson. Anderson doesn't get the feed this time. It goes to Johnson. And now Summers looking for Novy in the middle. Novy's got a couple kills in a row.
Yeah, that was a great play. One thing to notice, the passing has been fantastic, really on both sides, but especially on that last play from Harper.
Novy has great vision when she attacks in the middle, and she's shown it off the last 2 points. Ridgewater unable to get their attack set up, and now it's 3 straight points for Harper College.
A game of runs.
14-11, Ridgewater leading, but Harper threatening. Johnson from the left side, dug out by Meyer. And now Novy again from the middle. Catherine Novy is on fire. And a timeout coming from Ridgewater as they sense this one starting to slip. 4 straight points for Harper College. We'll take a break. You're watching the National Championship Volleyball match here on NJCAA TV.
What are you going to do with the next chapter of your life? You've been asked that a million times. Now it's time to make that decision and be who you've always wanted to be. Unleash your true potential and take the next step. Rochester Community and Technical College. Apply today at rctc.edu.
Welcome back. This second set has been a game of runs as Harper scored the last 4 points. Ridgewater had a 7-0 run at one point in this set, but Harper starting to claw back as Ellie Burzloff gets ready to serve for the Hawks, trailing 14-12. Burzloff with the jump serve, dug out by Pingle, and now on the wheel route is Anderson. Ridgewater there for the dig, and Catherine Novy, the timeout didn't cool her off at all.
That's 4 points in a row, 4 kills for Catherine Novy.
She's had a fantastic second set, especially during this last sequence, as Kubesh has to slide bump that one. Hawks can set up their attack. It's Lugo, and Haug unable to dig it out. Harper has come all the way back, and they've done so quickly. 6 points in a row for the Hawks.
The score was 1 point, 13-6 in favor of Ridgewater.
How quickly things can change as Kubesh goes up high for Johnson, and Johnson again can't keep it in bounds.
Kubesh really only has one consistent option. She could go to Callie Anderson, but it hasn't happened too often.
And now Kubesh going with the fake set. Harper was ready for it. Tipped across by Novy. Kubesh digs it out. And now she'll get the feed, go into the block, bump it up with one arm, play at the net. Harper gets it across. Now Summers looking for Novy on the right side, and Novy finally gets stopped. The block by Johnson and Anderson gets it done for Ridgewater. And with that, they stop a 7-0 run by Harper College. So both teams had a pair of 7-0 runs in this set, which has led us to be tied at 15. Summers looking for Novy. Novy continues to have the hot hand.
Yeah, she is playing very well, and she is feeling it, beating this Ridgewater defense all over the place.
8 kills on the afternoon already for Catherine Novy. She was second on the team during the season with 319. Meyer pops that one up for Cellini. Dug out by Kubesh. And now it's Johnson on that left side. Harper there again. Cellini gets it over the block. Goblish pops it up high for Froelich, who sets it over the blockers. And now Summers tries to send it back row and gets called for a double hit.
Yeah, you see that very often, especially when they're trying to push it deep. And if you're a non-setter, a lot of rotation on that ball.
Tied up at 16 apiece as Lexi Skoglund gets ready to serve. Ridgewater trying to knot this match up at 1 apiece. As the big block there from Anderson off the Novi attempt. Cellini from the left side gets one out, and Skoglund able to keep it alive, tracked down by Goblish. And now Summers, a perfect spot for that fake set, her second of the afternoon.
I was going to say, it almost looks like every time Summers is ready to set, she could pop it over. She doesn't give any hint either way, but that time she did it, and it worked out perfectly.
She's only tried it twice, and both times it's worked. And now that was nearly an ace it is for Harper College as the Warrior defense was just never able to track down that Huppridge serve. Huppridge going shallow this time. Goblish, the diving save, and I think, Sarah Udoni was in the net there.
Yeah, it looked like Udoni did not give Kubesh a chance to set that ball as Kubesh went up for it.
Fingers went on the wrong side of the net, and now Goblish with a service error going wide left. That's the 5th time today Ridgewater has committed a service error. Caitlin Summers serving with a 19-17 lead. Ridgewater led by as many as 7 in this set as Ashley Froelich gets the kill for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's important. We've noted it's important to get Froelich going. She'll step out. Sadie Pingle will serve, but it's important to keep Froelich going.
Pingle, a 5'5 freshman from Maple Lake, Minnesota, puts it into play, dug out by Kayla Meyer. And they work it over to Burzloff on the left side. Ellie Burzloff normally attacks from the right with that left hand, but this time, maybe to get going, she attacked from the left side.
Yeah, you see that a lot, especially on the serve receive.
Kubesh popping one up high for leading, and Lighting just keeps it in bounds. They needed that point badly.
There is some overall disagreement from the fans of Harper on that call, but that's why we have 4 line judges right down that line.
You would think 4 of them could get the call right, and it looked good from here, but we don't have the best vantage point either. As Ridgewater tries to set up their attack for Johnson, going deep. Meyer there for the dig. And now Lugo into the block, kept alive by Lighting. She hit it twice, and it was a late whistle as Harper was pleading their case before the whistles came.
Yeah, especially at plays like that at the net, there's a lot of contact happening very quickly.
21-19, Harper trying to take a 2-0 lead in this match as Kubesh tips one over. Harper able to dig it out. Now Cellini attacking from the back row. Johnson left side, gets denied, but it's out of bounds. Both Novi and Burzloff were there for the block for Harper College, but they weren't able to keep it in play. So now Haley Lighting will serve for the Warriors, and another bad spot for a service error, much like the first set. And Joe Susenguth is going to call a timeout. We saw that in set number 1. Ridgewater committed a service error late in the first set when it was still close, and that was another tough spot. So Susenguth calls a timeout, knowing that his team needs to win this second set to have a realistic shot of knocking off top seed Harper.
Absolutely, and we know that it doesn't necessarily guarantee Harper a win if they can't come away with it. As we saw in the semifinal, this Ridgewater team was up 2-0 against Eastfield, and Eastfield stormed back to force a Game 5. Ridgewater eventually obviously coming away with that game. But it is so important for Ridgewater to even this series up.
Especially when it's within reach, and they had a 7-point lead during this set. Ridgewater, I think, would definitely feel like they let one get away if they can't get this done.
Yes.
Well, fans, you can keep up with the latest news and updates regarding NJCAA volleyball by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association at www.njcaa.org. And we are back in play as Burzloff sends one in. And now Johnson finally gets a kill.
They have been going to Johnson over and over and over again. She finally breaks through to get one.
Credit to that Harper College defense, always having blockers there, but Johnson finally able to power one through. Ridgewater can tie with a point here. Lugo, right side, dug out by Kubesh. And now Froelich has to send one across safely. Burzloff there for the dig. Novi attacking in the middle, and Novi, she's been the star of this second set.
She's really been playing well, Novi has. You got to credit Summers, too. She's been putting the ball right where Novi needs it.
23-21 in favor of Harper. Novi up to 9 kills on this match. 6 of them have come in this set as Johnson has her spike dug up by the Harper defense. They set it up for Cellini, who gets it through the blockers. Ariana Cellini will set it up for Harper. They lead 24-21.
Just caught the top of Anderson's block.
As Moore sends it into play, Haug is kind of right on the line, decided to save it, and now Johnson gets another kill, this time from the right side.
As we just said, Johnson's been getting a lot of attempts and now a couple kills in the last few points.
Ridgewater still in a hole, down 24-22. They need 2 more points just to keep this set alive as Skoglund puts it in, and that one goes out of bounds. Another service error, although the Ridgewater side thought that one just stayed inside the line. The back judges disagreed, and Harper takes set number 2 by a score of 25-22.
Yeah, it was a couple heated moments towards the end of that, but Harper takes the all-important second game now, 25-22, as you just said. It's going to be tough for Ridgewater to come back now.
Each set's been close, but Harper College has taken both of them. They have a 2-0 lead as we go to break. You're watching the National Championship Volleyball match here on NJCAA TV.
The NJCAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite NJCAA sports on the all-new NJCAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
You've always been told you can do whatever you want to do and be whoever you want to be. Now's the time to make that happen. The time to prove them right. Gain the confidence to take on the world. Rochester Community and Technical College. Apply today at rctc.edu.
Welcome back to the Regional Sports Center here in Rochester as we get ready for set number 3 of this national championship match between Harper College and Ridgewater College. Harper Hawks have a 2-0 lead in the match. Even though it's been close, they have a chance for a clean sweep.
Yeah, 25-21, 25-22 were the two scores of the set, and it was opposing 7-point runs first starting with Ridgewater. Harper then followed right afterwards, and that 7-point run got enough momentum for Harper to close out that set.
For Harper College, they were led in the first set by Marielle Lugo with 5 kills. Catherine Novi in set number 2 had 6 of them. As Caitlin Summers gets things started for the Hawks. Kubesh up to Lighting, dug out by Meyer. And now Burzloff on the right side. If Harper gets her going, this thing might be over.
Watch out, leading killer for Harper.
It's a 1-0 lead here in set number 3. Burzloff has 3 kills on the match. Haug digs that one out. They work it to Froelich, and Meyer able to dig that one out. Cellini gets blocked. It was Lighting and Froelich there for the combo.
Yeah, when Ridgewater has been playing their best today, they've been having a solid net presence, especially on defense.
So tied up as 1 apiece as Sadie Pingle comes in. And Moore doesn't dig that one out cleanly, but Burzloff on the attack. Now Haug sends one. Moore picks it up again. Cellini left side, tips it across. Haug with a sliding save. And Summers passing it across. Lighting there for the denial. Cellini cutting it across, and this time earning the kill.
Yeah, it looked like Goblish was there for the dig, and number 4, Caitlin Haug, just sneaks in her hand to try to get that dig. I'm not sure if she didn't know Goblish was there.
Now Cellini will serve. She was the star of that first round matchup against Queensboro. A very versatile player for Harper College. As Udoni makes the attack at the net and gets the kill.
Early 3-1 lead. We've talked about how important it is to get off to a great start. And Harper's done that each and every set this game.
As Cellini goes into the jump serve, putting it shallow. Goblish able to dig it out. And now Lighting. Dug out by Meyer. Udoni again attacking in the middle and finding that back corner.
Haley Lighting went up because she thought Summers was going to come over. That left the middle wide open for that Harper attack.
Sarah Udoni took advantage. She's got 2 kills in a row. And now Lighting tries to get an answer but hits it out of bounds. Last touch by Harper. And so it'll be side out back to Ridgewater.
We did not see that right away.
Certainly didn't hear it, as the trajectory of the ball really didn't move much. Natalie Newman in for the first time to serve, and a perfect set from the opposite side. Haley Lighting hammered it home, but she was over the net. Joe Susenguth furious with that call, but it's a point for Harper College.
Yeah, that happened a couple times yesterday. The net did move, but it's hard to tell if it was the ball or her.
Susenguth is convinced it wasn't Lighting. He heads back to the bench. But it's a 5-2 lead for Harper. As Newman digs that one out. Kubesh up to Johnson, who hammers it down. Kiana Johnson now has 5 kills.
Yeah, it's not for lack of attempts. They keep going to Johnson, especially when she is in the front row and there's not another attacker.
But Harper College defense making it tough. And now Haley Lighting goes into the net. 7 in all service errors for Ridgewater. As Burzloff serves for Harper College with a 6-3 lead, and now it's Johnson, dug out by Cellini. Novi gets it across, popped back up by Johnson. Johnson on the attack, she gets blocked, and it has to be bumped over by Pingle. Now Lugo from the left side gets blocked. Bailey Kubesh with a little help from Callie Anderson gets it done for Ridgewater.
Even though Ridgewater is down 2-0, both sides are living and dying with every single point.
Well, Ridgewater could very easily be up 2-0 on this match themselves, with each set being razor thin. Lugo slapping that one onto the other side, begging for a touch ball, and then they overturned the call. So at first, they gave Ridgewater the point. Now they overturn it, saying Ridgewater touched it last.
The down judge had that call right away, and I thought I heard something up here.
7-4 in favor of Harper College. Diving save there, and now a double hit. Jamie Goblish knew it.
Now this is out of rhythm volleyball for Ridgewater. Harper is taking advantage.
8-4. And maybe a balk there by Hannah Moore as the officials talk things over. And we resume. Moore sends it back row. Newman there for the dig. Kubesh has to keep it on their side. Does. And now Summers cross court for Cellini, and she's blocked again. This time it's Ashley Froelich.
Now Froelich, when she makes big plays like that, she does not reserve her emotions. She brings those back to the group, trying to light a fire under this Ridgewater team.
They need some momentum, trailing 8-5 in this third set and down 2-0 in the match. Lexi Skoglund, sophomore from Painesville, Minnesota, serves it up. Moore there for the dig, and now Cellini attacking from the left. Keeps it safe. Kubesh digs it out. Froelich gets the feed, and smart play there by Ashley Froelich, sending it to the back row where Ellie Burzloff was, not used to digging out spikes.
And that is a strong swing, especially she was off the net and almost out of play.
So Skoglund serving again, down by 2. Summers up for Cellini, back into the heart of the defense. And now Froelich with the left hand, getting the kill. Ashley Froelich starting to heat up.
That's 3 points in a row for her. The last 2 have been kills, and before that was a block.
8-7. Ridgewater can tie it here. Skoglund with the jump serve and an ace. That was a beaut.
Yeah, Skoglund has not had a lot of aces today, but that is an all-important one now.
Timeout. Harper. We're tied up at 8 apiece here in set number 3. You're watching the national championship match here on NJCAA TV.
The NJCAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite NJCAA sports on the all-new NJCAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS.
Back to the action. Lexi Skoglund, fresh off of that ace. Nearly gets another one there. She does. Harper unable to return it. So Lexi Skoglund, 2 aces in a row.
This is a flustered Harper team that we are not used to seeing.
Ridgewater scored 5 in a row. 3 of a kind for Lexi Skoglund.
You know, I thought Thanksgiving was in a couple weeks, but that's good time for a turkey. I'm glad you stuck with me for that.
I went with the poker reference. You gave me Thanksgiving. Either way, it's a 10-8 lead for Ridgewater. As Cellini sends one across, kept alive by Goblish. And now Skog can't keep it in bounds. Hogg, rather. But what a run for Ridgewater as they score 6 consecutive points and take a 10-9 lead.
Eerily similar to set number 2. We'll see what happens now with Harper.
Emily Hupprich on the serve. Goblish there to dig it out. Tipped across. Ashley Froelich.
That was a quick set. We saw that a lot in the semifinals. A quick back set from Kubesh right to Froelich. Normally they try to get him in mid-swing, but Froelich tipped it wisely to the ground.
Goblish on the serve with an 11-9 lead. Harper again down 2-0 in this match. Very little room for error as Cellini gets the block of the Froelich attempt. Froelich tried to go finesse once again. It worked last point. Not this time. Now Summers serves. Now Froelich brings the hammer. Too strong. Wide left.
Froelich does not go line very often. She's hitting cross, cross, cross.
Tied up at 11. Caitlin Summers has had some good fortune behind the service line this afternoon. And Froelich hammers that one down right in the middle.
As Froelich takes a seat, it's obvious they wanted to get as many swings for Froelich before she left the court.
Sadie Pingle comes in. They lead 12-11, but they know how quickly that lead can evaporate. Lighting there for the first block, but then Summers gets it past her on the second attempt.
Yeah, that's another play where Lighting, not sure if I would have jumped on that one, as it didn't look like there was going to be a lot of force on that ball.
12-12. Cellini on the serve, Lighting on the spike, it's out of bounds. No touch from Harper, they've regained the lead.
And that one ball just did not get high enough in order to send it down.
Cellini will get an ace there as Caitlin Haug couldn't dig it out.
Here we are again, feeling like set number 2 at a 6-point run from Ridgewater. Here comes Harper.
And Cellini, a dangerous server, as leading gets blocked, but is able to backhand it back over. Nice play there by Haley Lighting.
A pretty point, a not so pretty point. They count the same in the scorebook.
So 14-13, Ridgewater. The chance to tie it up again, and you gotta be kidding me. Caitlin Haug gets another ace. That's 2 aces for Ridgewater, where they've been able to get a friendly roll from the net. Haug this time clears the net and gets another ace. That's 5 total this set for Ridgewater.
You just don't see that very often. They've only got 15 points.
Haug has 2. Skoglund got the first 3, and they were all in a row. Udoni gets blocked. Ridgewater's trying to say they didn't touch it, and now Harper gets the point off the Ellie Burzloff spike.
Yeah, Ridgewater wanted a 4 call. It was very close. It hit the tape, unsure of whether or not it did hit defense.
Well, you could hear the sound of it hitting defense, but we don't know if it ever cleared the net, and now Haug mishits that one. Not sure what happened there, as Kayla Meyer didn't have all that difficult of a serve. Haug just couldn't handle it. 16-15 in favor of Harper as Meyer with the jump serve. Goes with Haug again this time. She passes it forward. Johnson gets it over the blockers. And now Burzloff gets another kill. Ellie Burzloff starting to come alive.
And that wasn't as strong as some of our other kills, but it does the same job.
Joe Susenguth senses it getting away here a little bit. Takes a timeout with his team down by 2 points. And Aaron, they had the run that they needed, but unfortunately from Ridgewater's perspective, they were down by 4 points before they went on the 6-0 run, as opposed to set number 2 when they rattled off 7 in a row, and it gave them a 7-point lead.
Yeah, a little bit different, outcome for Ridgewater. Like you said, they were down 4-0, but yeah, you got to credit Harper. They've been playing well. They've been making adjustments, and Ridgewater has to do the same if they want to send this to a 4th set.
And for Ridgewater, those 5 aces that they've been able to record in this set alone, they have to be able to use that if they're going to keep moving forward. It's been one of those weird matches where it's been evenly matched, but Harper has been just slightly better, as evidenced by the 25-21 and 25-22 scores in the first couple sets.
17-15 is the score. Harper 8 points away from a national title, but it sure is not even close to being over.
Ridgewater will do everything they can to try and force a 4th set as Meyer puts one into play. Pingle able to dig that one out, and now Johnson on the spike. What a dig by Meyer, diving with one hand, and it leads to the Harper point. Oh my goodness, Haug almost saved that one. They were over in the bleachers, but the ball never did touch the ground. Either way, it's a point for Harper.
That was very close to coming all the way back over.
18-15, Hawks have the lead and the momentum. Meyer into the net. A gift for Ridgewater.
That's their 5th service error. Ridgewater has had 7 over the course of the game.
Starting to even out as Haley Lighting sends one too far,
Make that 8.
Live stats up here for you. 19-16. Harper has the lead. Ellie Burzloff will serve. Hingle there for the dig, tipped across by Kubesh. And now Summers looking back corner, but Haug is there. Summers up for Novi in the middle. Goblish there for the dig. And now Johnson left side, just sneaks it in bounds.
Great cover by both teams. Both setters on back-to-back points tried to push the deep corner, and both times the defense was there.
Kiana Johnson has 6 kills on the match, and Ridgewater back within 2. And another service error in a terrible time. All 3 sets, they've had a service error when Harper's had at least 20 points.
I was always told once either team gets to 20, you try everything you can to get that serve in.
And now Joe Susengut does indeed call his last timeout. His team trails 20-17, and they trail 2-0 in the match.
Fans, you can follow all the action of the 2016 NJCAA Division III Volleyball National Championship live on NJCAA TV, just like you are right now. Just go to www.njcaatv.com to view live and archive video of each match. Relive all the exciting plays and great memories of this year's tournament by visiting www.njcaatv.com.
And that archive feature, for those that are in attendance here, and quite frankly, there's a lot from Ridgewater, there's a lot from Harper that went ahead and made the trip. It'd be fun to go back online and look back, especially if you have a niece or a daughter or a granddaughter playing in this tournament. That's a pretty fun feature, and NJCAA TV will keep that on archive for a while.
Yeah, it'd be a great thing to watch over Thanksgiving, got all the family together over Christmas. It's a great thing that the NJCAA does.
Absolutely, and it's been a pleasure to call this tournament as we have seen some fantastic volleyball from start to finish. Hannah Moore is going to serve for Harper College. They're 5 points away from a national championship. Goblish there for the dig. Kubesh up to Anderson, who tips it across. Now Cellini into the face of the block, play at the net, and this time Anderson wins it for Ridgewater.
An unorthodox play. Anderson had a lot of touches in a very short amount of time going back and forth, but she ended up winning that battle.
So now Lexi Skoglund will serve. She was the orchestrator behind that big run earlier. Ridgewater needs her to do it again. Cellini bumps it for Summers, who passes it across. Diving save by Goblish. Passed across by Kubesh. Now Novi bats it over with the left hand. Haug with the answer, stays on Ridgewater's side, touches the out-of-bounds marker, point Harper College. Side out to the Hawks, they lead 21-18. Emily Huprich will serve, and Skoglund didn't handle that one cleanly. Ridgewater fortunate to keep this point alive. Summers up for Udoni, gets it over the block. And now Kubesh back for Froelich. A strong spike for Ashley Froelich.
That is the swing that she has been trying to make all game. She sent a couple of them wide to the left as she is looking at it, but that one finally hits the ground. 2-point game.
And Froelich has had a good third set. She has 8 kills in the match. 4 of them have come in this set. Udoni hammers one down for an answer. Harper is not going to allow Ridgewater to tie this match up.
No, every time Ridgewater gets that point, they are siding out immediately.
They've had a response almost every time as Froelich hammers one down. Summers able to dig it out. Now Cellini sending one back row. Skoglund saves it from going out of bounds. Haug gets it across. Moore there for the dig. Burzloff from mid-range sneaks it in front. Skoglund the diving save. Now Summers back to Burzloff again. Finding the open space is Ellie Burzloff. Harper's 2 points away. They lead 23-19.
A great find. That's such an advantage having that left-handed hitter on the right side.
Hawks fans can taste it as Haug digs that one out. Kubesh up top. Froelich dug out by Meyer. Burzloff dug out by Goblish. Kubesh up high. Haug into the net. A mistake by Haug, and it's match point upcoming for Harper College. 1 point away from a national championship. Caitlin Summers will serve, dug out by Goblish. And now Kubesh looking for Haug, gets it across, Cellini on the dig. Burzlov spikes it into the block, comes back Harper's way. Now Summers going back row, dug out by Skoglund. Froelich hammering it down, Summers there for the dig. Meyer up to Burzlov going back row. Skoglund keeps it in play. Now Haug, dug out by Meyer. Udoni hammering one down. It's going backwards. Two Ridgewater players run into each other, and that'll do it. Harper College is your 2016 national champion.
Holy cow. 3-0 was the set score, but that was a tight battle of great volleyball.
That last set was the most lopsided set of the match, and I say that jokingly as they only won 25-19 after scoring the last 4 points of that third set. Harper College, the number one team, ranked nationally for most of the season as number one, proves their worth here. And they will walk out of Rochester as national champions.
Such a great feeling, such a great experience for these girls and these fans, and give credit to Ridgewater. They brought a lot of fans here. They played really well all tournament. This was just Harper's year. They played incredible.
So we will take a break and come back and put a wrap on this national championship match. You have just watched the NJCAA National Championship Final between Harper and Ridgewater here on NJCAA TV.
The NJCAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite NJCAA sports on the all-new NJCAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
Welcome back to the Regional Sports Center in Rochester. We have just wrapped up our national championship match between Harper and Ridgewater, and it was the Harper College Hawks coming away with a 3-0 victory, although it was much closer than it seemed as they won 25-21, 25-22, and 25-19. And Aaron, what were some of the keys for Harper to come away victorious today?
Well, there was a stretch in that second set where Catherine Novi came away with 4 straight kills on either side of a timeout from Ridgewater, and Novi ended up coming away with 9 kills on the match. Burzlov, that lefty, came away with 6. Lugo with 5 kills in the first set, and Sarah Udoni had 4. It was just a great match, really on both sides. I feel like just Harper's overall, you said they were deep. They used the bench a lot and spread the wealth on the net, and it was just too much for Ridgewater.
And you feel sorry for Ridgewater. Maybe if they had one more hitter, like Ashley Vielicek, that might have been, with the margins as close as they were, that might have been enough to help Ridgewater get over the top. But it's Harper College who will walk away as national champion with a 3-0 victory here today. We thank you for joining us all weekend long for our broadcasts here on NJCAA TV. For Aaron Simmons, I'm Nick Johnson signing off. Again, Harper College is your national champion, defeating Ridgewater College in straight sets 3-0. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful night.